Hey guys, how are you? Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you got a lot of stitching time in last week. I didn't stitch much. I was mostly sucked into the WoW because me and WoW right now and obsessive compulsive slightly addictive behaviors, it's just got me. So not a lot to stitch about, but there was a funny amount of a lot of things to talk about randomly. So I wrote a whole bunch of things down. I've got my drink. Absolutely delicious Dr. Pepper with coconut in it. It's good stuff. Actually, let's tell a semi-related story on that before I get very far into anything. So this morning, I came into work. I put my Diet Dr. Pepper in the little mini refrigerator that we share in my little office to keep it cool, cool it down. Went to work. There's three of us that share kind of the same office space. There's a cube wall between us, but it's just one big open room, really. Anyway, Scott came in, Chantel came in. I was happily building spreadsheets, sending out reports, doing my thing, listening to you guys on Flosstube, having, you know, a good morning. I can hear Scott's going on over there about how he, somebody had come in and taken all of his Dr. Peppers out of the fridge, and I'm like, no, Scott, you took all your Dr. Peppers down with you to the stadium when it was Stadium on Fire. And he's like, oh yes, I remember. So he's restocking the fridge, and he says he just grabbed the top one out of the thing that was cold, put it on his desk. He was going to drink it and put, you know, warm ones in, blah, blah, blah. And I just go back to working on my spreadsheets. About half an hour later, I mean, it's not very long. It's like half an hour later. It's, you know, just afternoon and ready for lunch. So I get my lunch out of the refrigerator. I throw it in the microwave. I start that going, walk down the hall, wash my hands, come back, open the fridge again. I'm like, I swear, I put a Diet Dr. Pepper in the fridge this morning. And Scott starts to laugh. He just starts laughing. And he's like, didn't you just hear me half an hour ago? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? He said, well, I was filling up the fridge, remember? And you told me that I'd taken all most of my stuff down to the stadium. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Well, when I opened the soda and took a sip, I thought, oh, this tastes not right, you know? And so he looked at it, and it was a Diet Dr. Pepper. And he's like, where'd I get a Diet Dr. Pepper? He had said this out loud, you guys. Where did I get a Diet Dr. Pepper? And I was just back to listening to Flosstube, building my spreadsheets, didn't see it, he took another sip, he didn't like it, he went out and poured the Diet Dr. Pepper into the plants. That was my Diet Dr. Pepper, you guys, and I completely missed it because I had zoned back into spreadsheets and listening to you guys on Flosstube. So, yeah. Which is funny because it is hard to tune Scott out. He's not a mean guy, he's just a loud guy. Everything is done at volume 10. He's happy, he's cheerful, he just loves everybody, but everything's done at volume 10. And somehow I had managed to tune out the fact that Scott had inadvertently opened my Diet Dr. Pepper and then decided that it was nasty and had taken it out to the garden and fed some plants with it. We laughed. Both of us just had to laugh because that was, yeah, it's right up there with ridiculous. So there's that. There's your opening story, the day, regarding the Diet Dr. Pepper. This one's got coconut in it. Alright, fun stories aside, let's get my cardboard so you can see what I have been up to. We'll start off with the project report. So here we have Santa's Village. I said that I was going to take this to work last week, and I stitched practically nothing. I'm going the wrong way. Pretty much it was this light of snow from the edge of the building over. That's what I stitched last week. I had 3 full days at work, lunch break stitching, and I put in through 2 lengths of floss. This is when I knew that I was done with this project for the medium long term, because I would rather do almost anything else on my lunch break instead of stitch on this. So this guy is getting folded up and he's going into hiatus, we will call it. It's not a give up, Jimmy Flosstube, not a give up. I'll get back to it sometime, but I don't know, I'm just not into stitching the houses and the buildings and the Christmas and the whatnot, but it's really cute. I love it. I should be able to stitch on it, but you know, sometimes a project will just stop talking to you and you're like, meh, really don't want to do it, not interested in it. I'm going to fold it up so the stitching's on the inside. So that is going on hiatus, and I need to decide what I want to take with me to work for the rest of July. You guys are right, Pansy was coming along so beautiful, so maybe I'll take her back to work. Maybe I'll take, I don't know, I've got like 100 different things going on. I'm looking at where all the projects are kept. You can't see it. I'm looking at where all the projects are kept and trying to decide. I'll decide later. I shouldn't bother, you know, take up all your time while I'm thinking about what I want to stitch. This cute pattern is A Little Love by Lizzie Kate. You guys have probably noticed that I have been on a kick stitching up these little tiny mini kits from Lizzie Kate. So this is the third one that I have gotten out and attacked with gusto. So here it is. What did I do? I finished up the, well, you can't see them, but there's these dark red flower petals up here. I did those, and then I moved the hoop down and I put in the rest of the pink heart and those two blue birds. So they got a little bit of love and attention over the weekend. My Sunday stitch. Super cute. I love the way this is turning out. I'm really in love with all of these, like these kits from the A Little series. Just enjoying them, having the best old time. I have all the fabric for, or all the fabric, I have all the flosses for that one except one, which is a darker green. So I think I'll just rifle through the boxes of floss, which are over here, boxes of floss, and find something that is close in color. If not, well, it's definitely not going to be an exact match. So there is that. All right, let's take a minute and look at the Stashquisitions. I filmed those in separate clips, so let's look at clips. Hey, how are ya? Let's open some Patriotic Stitchy Box stuff. Because I haven't done it yet, I'm a little bit behind because, well, things. So, day one in this super cute polka dotted bag. Open it up. It's big and it's large. It is, isn't that cute? A waxer. It says it is in the shape of a summer pie. Looks like a button. From Lady Dot Creates. So, beeswax thread conditioner. It's cute, isn't it? Let's make sure that I've got everything out of the bag, and then we'll relegate it to Princess as a cat toy. Okay, number two. It's tiny. Might be beads. Might not be beads. Maybe it's a charm. It's hard to say. Let's see if I can get into this today. Oh no! Open up. Okay. I'm making all sorts of faces. All right. It is an eagle charm. A lovely bald eagle charm. Affix onto some patriotic stitching, or maybe make into a needle minder and have that be the focus piece at the very end. Day three. I'm going to guess this is a floss. I'm going to guess that this is a floss. I love these bags. They're super cute. Super, super cute. Oh, that didn't make it to the, let's try again. There you go. Sure enough, it is Northern Lights in marine blue. That is a fantastic fantastic blue. Let's see, this is an MPI silk relative, and these are lightly variegated. And this is gorgeous. You can kind of see the variegations there. So, wonderful blue thread. Day 4. It's round. Don't know what it is. Let's open it up and find out what it is. That's the easiest answer. What is it? What do we got? Oh, it is a little tube of E6000. Use it for gluing all the things to all the other things. Yep. She's on the ground playing with the bags that I throw at her. Day 5. Maybe this is beads? I keep saying they're all beads, and none of them have been yet. This feels like a couple different things. Oh yeah, they're tiny and they're running loose in there. It is beads. There are 5 little round tiny beads. I'm going to have to put those back in there so that they do not get lost. Let's see, what does they cost? Snow quartz 9mm rounds. So little tiny crystal beads. 5 of them. It's not a lot to do much with, is it? Alright, and that goes. Beads. Save that. Day 6. It's big and floppy. Shall we hope for a fabric? Uh-oh. Making a big mess. A big mess. It's a finishing felt. It's lovely, high quality felt. Let's double check. Yep. Lambswool felt. Keeping wool felt in your stitching basket means you'll have a quick way to finish a small project. So, a little bit of felt. Where'd you go? Okay. Alright, day 7. It's more fabric. This is 32 count linen. It's a lovely toasty gold. Sort of an almond color, I would have to say. Toasty goldy brown. It's beautiful. Really is lovely. A 32 count. I'm going to put it back in its bag with the tag so I'll know what it is when I catalog it, and then when I go to find it to use it in the future. Okay, that was 7. 8. It's squishy, you guys. It is thread, more thread. Dinky Dyes silk. Look at that red. The color is Heartthrob. So bright. Bright and beautiful. That's gorgeous. It's gorgeous red. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous red. You want another one? Go sit on it. Alright. Day 9. I think it might be beads. Might be beads. Yep, there are some beads down here in the bottom. Did I get them all? They are... I don't know how I'm going to show them to you, these to you guys. Maybe you can barely see. They're red, white. Red, white, and blue little tiny gem things. There we go. Fished it off from the back of the desk. See? Can you see? Little tiny red, white, and blue. And look here at the back. I don't know if you can see this, how they're manufactured. That little, so tiny. Anyway, they're set up on the back so they have a little pathway for your thread to go through so that you can definitely sew them onto your project and not hot fix them. Beads. Let's double check. Swarovski Rose Montees. Cool. Through the channels on the back, just like I said. And last of all, day number 10, because today is the 10th. So I'm going to open it on the 10th, even though I think everybody decided that they would start on the 4th as day 1, but I can't do math like that, you guys. So today's the 10th. I'm opening package number 10. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess of package number 10 is what I'm doing. It is, ooh, buttons. Ah! Button, button. Who's got the button? See, a lovely assortment of red, white, and blue buttons. These are kind of fun. Some of those will definitely be excellent on a project bag. In they go. This says Patriotic button set. Cool. So there you go. That is the Patriotic Stitchy Box days 1 through 10. All right, let's do a little bit more of the Stashquisitions and mail call. The lovely Jen sent me this super cute postcard of Hilton Head, South Carolina, which really confused me for a minute or two because I know one of my friends has been in Hilton Head doing a little bit of vacationing, and I was confused because her name is not Jen, and Jen signed the postcard, so thank you so much for the super cute postcard. I really appreciate it. Would you guys believe that I went over to the bookstore and I looked high and low all over the place for postcards so that I could send postcards to some of you so I could send thank you notes and whatnot, and they had no postcards. 0 postcards at the bookstore. I guess postcards aren't done anymore. That's kind of sad. Anyway, the next bit of mail is from a sweet, sweet lady who emailed me and said that she was going through her stash and destashing some things that she'd stitched and some things that she wasn't interested in doing and she knows that I love Lizzie Kate, so she asked if she could send me a few Lizzie Kates, and I said, of course, I love Lizzie Kate. So here is a super cute envelope. You have to see this. Look at all these adorable little car stamps that she put on there. Aren't they fun? I love those. I know, I have a super, super interesting video as I look at the, anyway. So she included Peace, Love, and a Cure. Isn't that adorable? Something that so many of us facing cancer. I love this one. I do. This is Snowman 10, and she's included all the adorable buttons with it. This one is a duplicate, so I might have to put him aside for a giveaway or something on and just continue on passing the stash. One of these days I should get my snowman out and show him to you so you guys can see how cute he's stitched up. This is Good Things Come to Those Who Stitch. Oops, super glare. And she's included some of the flosses along with it, so that'll be a lot of fun. This is such a cute, cute sentiment. I absolutely love it. So that is wonderful and darling. And then, oh my goodness, is this all of them? This appears to be all of them in the green series, the green flips. So there's like Plant a Tree and Do More Things and Ride a Bike. And these I haven't bought. So here we have, we'll show them to you. Plant a Tree, Ride a Bike, Be Kind to Animals, Be Kind to Everybody, Save Water, Keep the Air Clean, and Eat Locally. So that is the entire series. That's outstanding. It looks like each of them still has their little button on them. Oh my goodness. This is a treasure, you guys. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. So very much. And the last one, this is darling. This is really, really cute. Really super cute. Anyway, I should show it to you instead of looking at it, shouldn't I? This is the Friends for All Seasons. You can tell it's one of the early ones. It has it inside so you can stitch it all on one like they show here, or it's done up so each of these little motifs can be stitched singly with spring, summer, autumn, and fall, or fall and winter on that. That is really, really beautiful. I am pleased as punch. So thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. These are wonderful. All right, let's set this aside with the good intentions of writing a thank you note. And then the last beautiful thing that has come to me this week, our own Dina from Half Stitch Cross Stitch. She sent me an email, said I have some things that I want to send you. And look how cute she wrapped it with the paper and everything. She sent a lovely card. So let's find out what Dina sent. Oh, it's taped down. You guys are just the best ever. It's floppy, so I know it's fabric. Ah, these are fun. Will you look at that? These are great. So these are a pair of, well, they're pansies, see? Aren't they beautiful? But they're the Charles Craft towels, so you can stitch a pansy border or what have you on them. But these are delightful. Thank you so much, Dina. I appreciate that. Dina wrote in her note that her mother also loved pansies and always had a flower bed planted full of them. So I'm not sure if she had acquired these to do something for her mother or what, but I am very excited to have those. I actually have several fingertip towel patterns in one of my books over here with lots of pansies in them, so I might have to stitch some pansies on some pansies. These are wonderful. Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So that is everything today as far as stashquisitions go. So I'm going to tidy up a little bit and then we will be back with shout outs to our Flosstube newbies. How clever was that? I remember to link my last clip in with the what we wanted to do next. But I sort of forgot because I had talked about showing off a project that I had completed for one of the Lizzie Kates that our sweet friend has sent us. So here he is. This is Snowman Tin. You can see the reflection of almost everything there in the glass. I stitched him on a purple Weeks Dye Works linen. I forget what the name of the linen was called, but he stands out really quite nicely on that purple. Isn't he handsome? Isn't he wonderful? So since I've stitched this one and I have this pattern, the one that she sent me, I think we will add to the giveaway pile. Giveaway, pass the stash, send it on for a little bit of lovin'. So anyway, it's a great pattern. Snowman 10. You guys all want to stitch him now too, don't ya? Alright, Flosstubies, Floobies for real now, you guys. The first new stitcher that I stumbled across was Crafty Cat Stitcher. She's been stitching for 30 plus years. She is another gal for the Atlanta, Georgia crowd, and all you Georgians, you know, go adopt her. She is working on the Joyful World SAL, and it is some beautiful stitching. Redheaded Stitcher is the next gal I stumbled across. I happened to run in her 4th video. I haven't had time to go back and look at her first 3, but hopefully soon I'll get some time so I can get back and get all caught up with her. She shares with us some Stitchy mail, progress reports. I'm going to finish, so go check her out. Alright, Flosstuber number 3 that I met this week was Kimberly Butler. She starts us off with the Know Your Needleworker tag, and she has a really cute doggy, so if you don't like stitching, at least go look for the dog. She shared with us several of her finishes, and one that really stood out that I loved was a Home Sweet Home sampler with Mario's castle, you know, at the end of, what was that, Super Mario Brothers, that was the slider and the pipes and the jump into the thing. It was just on the original Nintendo like 100 years ago. I remember playing this game 100 years ago, but it was the castle at the end, you know, you jump up and get the flagpole and you get points. Anyway, Castle, Mario, Home Sweet Home, love it. The next lady that I met is Off the Grid Needle Arts. She is a Canadian. She also does the Fiber Friends podcast, which is more knitting oriented from what I understood. She shares a few of her finishes with us, and then she is working on a beautiful ink circles design. I think it's Cirque du Cirque. Maybe it's the one with circles, or maybe it's the one with... Anyway, now that I'm trying to tell you about it, I can't remember about it, except I know it was on beautiful green fabric, and her floss was a lovely, a goldy, browny, variegated floss, and it was just gorgeous. So go check her out. And the last stitcher that I met is Felicity Stitches. She gives us an introduction to us. She's a longtime Flosstube watcher. She's been watching us since 2015, so she's been with us since the beginning, you guys. She has been an on and off stitcher for about 30 some odd years. She is working on a Quaker box design from Jeanette Douglas that is just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful work. She says she's using the Vana method with needle down, eye up, and was really enjoying the results from that. So go say hello to our new Floobies. As usual, links to their channel will be in the description box below. That is a lot of talking. Let's take a break and have a drink. So, of course, a video would not be complete without a little hint of what we've been going on with the Battle Cow adventures. I actually had to write down a few things so I would, you know, remember most of the stuff. Oh, it was funny, you guys. Last Monday, when I logged on to do the editing for last week's video, it was like my guild was waiting for me to log into Discord, and they're all like, "We need you! Come heal! We need you to heal some Mythic Plus!" And I'm like, "Have you guys been waiting for me to get home from work?" And they're like, "Yes!" So before I could edit the video together last week, I had to get into the WoW and run a couple guildies through a couple Mythic Keystone, Mythic Plus dungeons, healing on them. So that's really fun. Let's see, what did we do this week? This week we killed Tomb of Sargeras on normal and got the first 3 bosses of Tomb on heroic. So that was really, really fun. Reset is Tuesday, and so Tuesday I've signed up with the pub group to do it again. Normal on Tuesday and heroic on Wednesday. We'll see how far we get in. Hopefully we'll get another couple of bosses down. That will be really, really cool. Saturday night is usually when the home guild runs their stuff, and we did Emerald Nightmare this week. We finally had enough people. We had 8 people on from the guild. I know, it's a lot of people to get together. Anyway, so we just did a 10-man for Emerald Nightmare since there were 8 of us. We plugged in 2 healers since I'm the only healer in the guild. Seriously, people. Anyway, added 2 healers. We went and murdered Emerald Nightmare, got the guild achievement. That was awesome. we did some other Mythic Plus stuff on Saturday night, so that was fun. We did a couple +3s, we did a couple +2s. I know it's not really high stuff, but we're happy with it. It'd be interesting to see what shows up in the chests tomorrow for our fun and games. Is that it? I think we're getting to the point where 4 of us, there's usually always 4 on. We have problems finding like 5 people on at any given time. That we had 8 people on all at once to do the Emerald Nightmare run was really something else again. That was really woohoo! Which is kind of why I've taken to the pug groups when I'm wanting to run the current content. So, anyway, we're getting to the point where our gear is so high that probably 4 of us could take on just a regular Mythic, not have to worry about that for a 4th person having to pug them in or whatever, which would be great when it comes to taking care of some of the quest lines that I still have standing out. Oh, with finishing up Tomb of Sargeras, it's really cool because, spoiler alert, now I have Argus in my skybox and it's really neat. So, you know, I'll be walking around and, you know, I'll look up into the sky and, oh, hey, it's this other planet that's I can see through a portal hanging out there. It's really kind of cool. And the last little bit, oh wow, is I really wish the person who introduced me to the World of Warcraft would come back to the game so we could play and murder demons and hang out together, because I'm having a lot of fun doing the dungeons and the Mythic Plus and the this and that and the other, and I really think he would enjoy it as well. And so it would be nice if he came back to the game and we could hang out and do the things and have some fun. Alright, regular old crazy life updates. I get to drive back across country. I'm headed to Pennsylvania at the end of the month with my sister. She needs some help driving back. She's going back to finish up some med school stuff. It's going to be fun. You probably won't get a video that week because we will be on the road unless I remember to record something before I leave and set it up to set a timer on it so the video shows up, you know, on the normal day. Probably maybe I should do the pansy patterns for that one because you all had a really positive response to see the pansy patterns that I have or do the whip parade. So that is something that I'm really thinking about. Also of note, I will be in Pennsylvania probably the 25th and the 26th. I fly out of Baltimore on the 27th to come back home. So if you're in the area, I could probably do lunch, do dinner, meet up, have a little bit of stitching time, meet and greet. So Hershey, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that sort of area. That's where I'm going to be for a couple of days. Oh, you guys, I need your help. So what is the name of that? It's either a Mirabilia or a Nora Corbett pattern that has the alphabet on it. And then at the bottom there's a pansy, there's a something, and there's like a pear. What is the name of that pattern? I can't remember the name of it because I just somehow saw it the other day. I think it was on a wall behind one of you guys you were talking. And I've been kind of looking for it. But you know, you search Nora alphabet, you search Mira alphabet, or you know, Mirabilia alphabet, and you come up with all of the fairy or the mermaid alphabets that she has done that I've stitched a couple of. So I've seen it, I've decided that I need it because of that pansy, but I'm not really sure what to call it, so I can search for it and find it and buy it. So can you guys help me out? Tell me what that pattern is. That would be awesome. Tour de France is on, you guys. Tour de France. How can you not like fit guys in tight pants on bikes? Yes, please. It's been quite the year. Started with, it's just been going for like a week now, you guys. And so much controversy, right? Right? The elbow controversy, if you've been playing along at home. Sagan got himself ejected, and oh man, I can't remember the name of the guy that got the elbow. It's hard to see though. I'm not sure if the elbow was really an elbow or what exactly was going on there. But anyway, so there was that. And then just yesterday, there was a huge crash on the descent from the Mount de Shot. Richie Porte was out, and Dan Martin took a terrible spill, but it's amazing that he got back up, you know, and kept going again. It's been crazy, but not nearly as crazy as last year when Froomey was running up Mount Ventoux after the spider crashed on him. That was crazy, you guys. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, enjoying the tour this year. Gonna go and watch the recap this afternoon. Well, no, actually I'm not, because today is a rest day. Can't watch the tour on Monday because it's a rest day, so hopefully tomorrow the guys will be up and biking and it will be wonderful. In June was my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. Yay! I kept forgetting to mention that, but yay! I've been doing this for a year. And my birthday is coming up this week. I think I'm going to do what we do every year. It's going to be awesome, you guys. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to come home and eat something lame, and then maybe play some WoW or stitch on something. I don't know. Yeah, birthdays aren't that big of a deal in my family. In my family, if you wanted a cake for your birthday, you had to make it yourself. So that is life updates and things going on in the WoW, in the what's it, in the other thing. All right, do we have some time? We'll do some time. We'll just keep on talking because today it's all talking. And we'll do a little bit of tag time. So 20 Things Part 2. We'll call this the travel edition because this is all about some travel stuff. It's just a couple of items. Seeing as I'm doing the 20 things tag in groups of like 6 or 7. So, I love to travel. I've been as far west as Hawaii and as far east as Greece. There are some parts of the world, there are a lot of parts of the world that I haven't seen yet that I do want to see. The longest I've been away from home overseas was 30 days when I went on art tour in college. And as part of that art tour, we hit 10 countries in 30 days. So those 10 countries were England, France, Liechtenstein, Holland, Belgium, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, and Greece. It was a crazy whirlwind tour. Got a little bit of taste of everything. And having done that, it was a bus tour, really well put together. Saw a lot of museums, saw a lot of stuff. It was a lot of fun. That was back in 96, 95. It was back in 95 was when we did that. But because of that experience, 12 years later, yeah, something like that. We'll just go with several years later when I went back to just Italy and did a partial cruise of Greece. It was like the Greece Mediterranean islands, stuff like that. Anyway, I was confident in planning it for ourselves. So, you know, with that, I love Italy. The cruise was porting out of Venice. And so we went over a week early, spent a lot of time in Florence, spent a lot of time in Venice. I researched all the hotels, reserved the hotels. We flew into Rome. We trained from Rome up to Florence and then from Florence to Venice. It was absolutely fabulous. I can say that I have spent about a full week in Florence and I've spent about a full week in Venice. Love to go back. Love to go back. There's a lot about Italy, you know, the Tuscany region that is really quite reminiscent of Northern California, actually, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Gelato. Am I right, guys? Or am I right? When we're there in Italy, particularly in Florence, because their gelato is absolutely wonderful, we have a 2 gelato minimum per day, and that is often brunch and, I don't know, tea. We eat gelato, a lot of it. Takes work, guys. Because of this, the longest flight I have ever been on is 14 hours, and that was when we came back from Athens, Greece into New York City. That was a long, long flight, 14 hours, my friends. Also on that trip, our plane got in to New York City, no problems at all. We had about a 2.5 hour layover, but because we did not want to get on the plane, my tour group was one of the last groups that got on the plane for the New York to Salt Lake City leg. And when I had got to my seat, there was somebody already sitting there, so I just put my bag up, you know, in the overhead compartment, and he gave me his, you know, seat ticket. This is where I'm going to sit. Sent me back up the concourse. I had to talk to the ticket agent. They saw that I was traveling with a group, and they stuck me in first class. The look on that guy's face when I came back, retrieved my little bag out of overhead baggage, and headed back to first class, where I had an excellent, comfortable, wonderfully spacious seat, was priceless. So that was awesome. I've gotten to fly first class once, and it was worth every single penny that I didn't have to pay. And I would fly first class more if I flew more, and if it wasn't so stinking expensive. So first class all the way, totally worth it. Is that everything, little cat? She indicates that that's everything, and she has collected most of the little bags that I threw on the floor and is laying down on all of them. So we will say good night for now, you guys. Thank you for commenting, thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate y'all in this community. I love being here. I love watching you. I love seeing what you're up to. I struggle a little bit with commenting on your subscriptions, on your videos, mostly because I don't know what to say. Believe it or not, I'm kind of a shy kid, and so I don't always have any idea what to say. I always appreciate an "ooh, that's beautiful," but I don't know why I feel like I can't put on an "ooh, that's beautiful" comment to somebody else's video. Go figure, right? Right? Brain messing with us. I hope the frog stays far, far away from you this week, and I hope you get plenty of stitching time. Hugs and stitches, everybody. Bye.